The discovery of interstellar object 3I/Atlas, a comet-like object from outside our solar system, has triggered significant global discussions, particularly around its potential implications. While the scientific community debates its true nature, there are increasingly compelling reasons to consider the possibility that it may harbor extraterrestrial technology, a notion that would shift humanity's understanding of life beyond Earth. This discussion goes beyond theoretical science and delves into the socio-political and economic realms, as highlighted by the recent comments of former UK central bank analyst Helen McCaw. McCaw's statements underscore the growing concern about the potential destabilizing effects such a discovery could have on both the financial markets and social stability. According to her, an official announcement confirming the existence of extraterrestrial intelligence could set off a chain of events: economic chaos, financial instability, and widespread civil unrest that could challenge established structures in unprecedented ways. The root of McCaw's concerns lies in the unprecedented nature of a confirmed alien presence. While many scientists dismiss the idea as overly speculative, McCaw's background gives her a unique vantage point. Having worked as an analyst at the Bank of England for over a decade, she is keenly aware of how information, particularly of a catastrophic nature, can influence markets. In her view, even the mere confirmation that an object like 3I/Atlas might contain alien technology could prompt panic. Financial systems already under strain from other global crises would find themselves vulnerable to a unique form of uncertainty: the existential threat posed by the sudden realization that humanity is not alone in the universe. The ramifications of this knowledge would extend far beyond any specific event or phenomenon and would likely ripple through every layer of society, from the stock market to government policy, and from scientific research to public perception. This sort of global uncertainty is not merely hypothetical. Helen McCaw's concerns are based on real-world considerations that have already been seen in more localized instances of public panic. The most notable of these occurred during periods of intense speculation about technological or geopolitical shocks. Historically, similar fears, whether triggered by market crashes, global pandemics, or political upheaval, have caused widespread anxiety, leading to market volatility and social disruptions. What makes the prospect of an alien intelligence announcement distinct, however, is its universality. Alien intelligence would fundamentally alter humanity's place in the universe, shattering long-held beliefs about our uniqueness and the boundaries of our technological and scientific knowledge. This is precisely why the issue of interstellar objects like 3I/Atlas is so critical. Even though the object's probability of being an extraterrestrial spacecraft is still very low, the stakes are incredibly high. The fact that 3I/Atlas follows an unusual trajectory, nearly aligned with the orbital plane of the planets around the Sun, adds to the intrigue. While many consider this a mere anomaly, others view it as an opportunity to investigate the object in greater detail. This is precisely what I urged policymakers to do when I first learned about its discovery. From the outset, I suggested that it was prudent to develop contingency plans for a black swan event, an occurrence so rare and unpredictable that it cannot be adequately prepared for. This term, made famous by philosopher Nassim Taleb, describes events that are beyond normal expectations but have massive, far-reaching consequences. In the case of 3I/Atlas, the black swan could be the object's true nature, an interstellar vehicle, or even more alarmingly, a potential harbinger of extraterrestrial intelligence. Such concerns about alien technologies being carried in interstellar objects are not without merit. If the object indeed carries technology of non-human origin, it could fundamentally alter our understanding of physics, engineering, and possibly even biology. The implications for national security, military preparedness, and technological development would be profound. It is possible that other countries, like the United States and Russia, are already preparing for such a revelation. As we have seen with the CIA's response to a Freedom of Information Act (FOIA) request, the U.S. government has treated the object with a degree of secrecy, neither confirming nor denying its existence. This response suggests that some officials may be aware of the potential risks associated with the object, and are deliberately withholding information to prevent public panic. The CIA's statement that it can neither deny nor confirm the existence or non-existence of records related to 3I/Atlas underscores the sensitivity of the matter. The U.S. government may well be keeping records secret in order to avoid triggering societal upheaval, especially if it is found to be an artificial object. While these concerns have largely been confined to scientific circles, they are starting to break into the public consciousness. The Russian government's handling of the 3I/Atlas issue provides another lens through which we can view the geopolitical and social ramifications of such a discovery. During his annual televised news conference in December 2025, Russian President Vladimir Putin was asked about the object. His response was carefully measured. He acknowledged that the object behaves differently from comets of galactic origin, noting its unusual shell and the way its surface changes as it approaches the sun. However, despite his initial response, he dismissed the possibility of the object being of artificial origin, describing it as a comet and assuring the public that it posed no threat. Putin's response is typical of how governments manage public relations in the face of potentially destabilizing information. By publicly downplaying the object's significance, leaders can try to maintain control over the narrative and prevent mass hysteria. In the case of 3I/Atlas, however, the line between fact and fiction becomes increasingly difficult to draw. The anomalies that have emerged around 3I/Atlas only add to the uncertainty. Recent images from the Hubble Space Telescope reveal a strange geometry of 3 symmetric jets around the object's nucleus. This could be a sign of something far more complex than a simple comet, a characteristic that some experts suggest might be indicative of artificial engineering. If these anomalies continue to be observed, they could raise serious questions about the nature of the object and its origins. The discovery of such an anomaly would likely accelerate the push for more aggressive monitoring and analysis of 3I/Atlas. Whether or not the object is a spacecraft, its unusual behavior could provide a valuable opportunity to advance scientific understanding, particularly in fields such as astrophysics and exobiology. Yet, despite the compelling evidence, there are still those who are hesitant to entertain the possibility of alien life or technology. Many scientists argue that it is too early to jump to conclusions. After all, the object may simply be a natural formation with characteristics that are not yet fully understood. However, for those who are monitoring 3I/Atlas closely, it is clear that the object behaves differently than any other comet they have studied. It is precisely this uncertainty that calls for more proactive preparation. As I stated in my early recommendations to policymakers, the potential consequences of ignoring the possibility of extraterrestrial involvement are far too great. Even if the likelihood of the object being a spacecraft is low, its existence should be treated with the same level of concern and scrutiny as any other potentially hazardous event. The growing interest in 3I/Atlas, both from the scientific community and from governments around the world, speaks to the broader societal implications of discovering extraterrestrial life. While many view the prospect of alien intelligence as a remote and theoretical scenario, others, like Helen McCaw, see it as a real and present danger. If such a discovery were to occur, it would not only challenge our understanding of the cosmos, but would also force us to confront the very nature of our existence. The economic and political repercussions would be immense, and it is unlikely that any country or institution would be unaffected. The global response to such a revelation will shape the future of humanity and determine how we handle the unknown forces that may lie beyond the stars. As 3I/Atlas continues its journey through our solar system, we remain on the cusp of a discovery that could alter the course of human history. Whether or not the object is a harbinger of extraterrestrial life or simply another anomalous interstellar object remains to be seen. However, the implications of this mystery, coupled with the growing recognition that the object may possess technology or characteristics that challenge our understanding of the universe, demand that we consider the broader implications, not only for science, but also for our global society. The fate of humanity may depend on how we prepare for, respond to, and understand the mysteries that lie ahead.